Gainesville, Rock City, Less Than Jake there, Incubi before that with Summer Romance. That's what I have called them for so many years. The goddamn Incubi. DJ Buttlust before that, Jamaica's Alright. I think I called it If You're a Misogynist or Homophobe on the official release.
Okay.
And Great Big Sea with Helmet Head.
Well, everybody, I have an idea for a new segment. So every time we have a guest, CJ and Shawn and Tony, every time we have a guest on, we always have to like cut out certain segments because it's going to take, for the sake of time, and everybody's, you're important people, you got things to do. But I thought of a segment that made us think of you first and foremost, but also that I think really will get our guests involved on the shows with some of our segments. So I call it, I Thought of a Movie. This segment will basically be me describing a movie, and Shawn, Tony, and CJ will trying to give me a name for it. Okay? So here we go. This is a movie from my mind palace that you guys should name for me. Here we go. So I'm thinking it's like set, modern day America. There's a guy trying to do a heist. He wants to do like one of the, get out of the business style heists. Okay. And eventually he goes to like this lady who he's like been friends with his whole life. She's going to be like his inside person into like the IRS, right? Like he's going from
heisting the IRS.
Yeah. He's going from the inside. He's cyber.
Did they even have any physical money?
Dude, he's cyber heisting.
He's stealing the IRS's bitcoins.
Right. He's trying to get debt like erased. He's got like a big debt. Let's go with that. Okay. So
I feel for this guy.
Okay, like the mob's coming after him. Like they're kind of weighing over him. He needs to pull a big heist.
Perfect.
He needs to get the mob off of his back. He needs to set himself clean.
They cut his pinky toe off.
You guys are really focusing on the wrong thing. Here we go. So this guy, he tells the lady though, she's like, you need to assemble like a crack team. Like this got to be the best of the best. And he's like,
team of crackheads?
No, a crack team, the guys.
Like the
he's got
A-team.
Right. He's got an Ocean's 11 hit it a bit, right?
Okay.
So he's like, okay, I think I've got a plan. I've thought of a team of some of the best people in the world as far as information breaking and getting into different things like this. So he brings in one guy who's just like, he's all about computers. He's the man behind the desk, best man behind the desk ever. I'm thinking Kevin Smith. I loved him in Southland Tales as the guy behind the computer. Okay.
The Clerks guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He lost a lot of weight. He could do it. So anyway, goes to he's like, okay. And now I got this other guy. He's like a master of faces. He can get in places, out of places. Maybe a Tom Hardy, probably Tom Holland, just because we want to get the Gen Z involved.
Those are significantly two different people, Tom Hardy and Tom Holland.
I understand, but we
significantly
can't
different.
afford either of them, and we end up with Billy Zane.
For sure. Oh my God, Billy Zane, still an upside. Anyway, and then he's like, okay, now the next one I know you're not going to be okay with. And they're like, what? He's like, I can't tell you. And they're like, okay. And then it's just like this big heist, like cut scenes. They're all getting into this like maximum security prison. They blow out a wall, and like the wall falls down, and then just the smoke billowing out, and then you see the light of a cigarette as out from behind that wall comes Jeffrey Epstein. Then you find out that this is actually set 2 years ago. And he faked his death in order for them to get him out of prison and use him and his connections to extort all of the richest people in the world and get all of the information and use that. And then this guy basically just runs the world. He's now the puppet master. What do I call this movie, guys?
I think that's pretty easy, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you got?
And how do we end it?
Epstein didn't kill himself. I mean, you just name it the meme that the world already knows.
Okay.
I mean, you also have to deliver a good line, like, right? You got Tom Holland that's playing this character, and Epstein walks up and he takes a good drag from his cigarette and he blows it out and he looks at Tom Holland and goes, "You're not old enough."
Something like that, right? It took you guys long enough. And my whole thing is I think the dynamic of the team is like the whole time they're like, I'm really not cool with like working with this guy. Like, I don't really want him on the team. And then like the main guy being like, look, I told you I was assembling the worst criminals in the world. And like, what you said to do it. You know what I mean?
It seems like if Epstein faked his own murder, that he would have set aside enough money.
He didn't fake it. They faked it to get him out. This master
okay.
heist guy.
I mean,
yeah, but what does Epstein do?
Uses his connections to extort the richest people and most powerful people in the world.
I mean, I guess he's connected to the government and the IRS. Right. He like calls up Bill Clinton. He's like, "Yo, bitch."
I'm really not focusing on the human trafficking part. More that he was trafficking humans for really important people. Yeah.
I don't know. You got one, Tony? You really took Tony for a whirlwind.
Yeah, I thought I had something.
That's what I was saying, man.
I was really working on something with like the A-Team and the heist and like Bitcoin, e-trading, big conspiracy, and then you hit me with Jeffrey Epstein and it really threw me off. I really thought I had something and you threw me off.
I mean, if you always forget that, like, oh yeah, he is a really prolific criminal. Like, he's one of the most famous criminals. He's not just like just a rant. Yeah, like,
I think I got another one. The diddler on the roof.
There you go.
The diddler on the roof. I can get behind that.
Diddler on the roof.
Yeah, I thought we weren't focusing on the human trafficking thing though.
I mean, I never follow the rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I like about Diddler on the Roof is that you can
make it a musical, first of all.
You can make it a musical. You can 100% make it.
Really softens the blow.
Yeah.
No, I imagine the poster. The poster of it is Jeffrey Epstein, but you don't know it's Jeffrey Epstein. And he's got this trench coat on, and he's on the roof, and he's dragging a cigarette, and it's Diddler on the Roof. And you're like, who is the Diddler on the Roof?
We make it a musical so that when the bricks fall and the smoke billows out, tap number as he just comes out. A full-on tap number.
Yes. Yeah.
Took you long enough. Like, it'll be great.
Maybe bring in a light show too, like a neon lights, like come down, and those neon lights, like, is the words of Jeffrey didn't kill himself.
The entire thing, the entire soundscape is orchestrated by the Blue Man Group.
Oh my God, we get the Blue Man Group to do the full. Yep, for sure.
So it's like a real like modern art percussive performance.
I thought a teenage high school band should probably do it.
You do the Blue Man Group, and then the body double that you have for Epstein is just one of the Blue Men. So
that's great.
Anywho, so you guys got one?
Who you thought would play Jeffrey Epstein?
Who would play Jeffrey Epstein?
Danny DeVito.
Oh my God. I was going to say, yeah, you got to make him into a caricature, like real bad, so that it's not like, so that it's parody and like also you're making fun of him. Like, you can put Hitler in a movie as long as you make him effeminate.
What about the new Batman
nobody gives a
Twilight
shit
guy?
then.
Oh, yeah, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he'd make a good
Batman.
Little age makeup. I didn't even know he was a new Batman until yesterday. I was like,
Johnny Knoxville in full like prosthetic makeup.
Yeah.
Who's the guy who plays in Wall Street? He was also in Falling Down. What the fuck is his
Anthony
name?
Hopkins? No, not Anthony Hopkins.
What is his name?
John Lithgow. John Lithgow would make a good Jeffrey Epstein.
Or Richard Gere.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the hamster and the butt guy.
What?
Yeah, I think I recognize that name from that too.
Wait, he did what?
He's the runaway bride guy, right?
I don't actually know what he looks like. The only thing I know about him is he put hamsters.
It's either Richard Gere or David Gere, but one of them was definitely keystering hamsters.
Yeah.
Or
Michael
gerbils.
Michael Douglas.
Different guy.
Michael Douglas, definitely different guy. Michael Douglas would play the best Jeffrey Epstein, I think.
He's very old.
He is pretty old.
I think you're really trying to nail it. I'm saying you got to make him a caricature.
Charlie Sheen.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I think you're dead on. That would nail it. He would.
Yeah.
He would
Kevin
fucking
Bacon.
kill it.
Kevin Bacon.
Oh, Kevin Bacon would kill it
Yeah,
as
he
Jeffrey
would.
Epstein. Kill
Mhm.
it.
That'd be awesome.
Kevin Bacon as the Invisible Man as Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh my god.
Do you have any other fake films, or is that your big?
That was my fake film. I was just thinking
Okay.
of that in my head. I was like, because it's the full. That entire thing is basically the entire jumping off point for the whole segment. Where I was like, that's gonna be funny. How do I bring that to the show?
Now, do you reveal the Jeffrey Epstein situation in the trailer?
No,
Is
I
that-
like
No,
Sean's
yeah.
idea better of Diddler on the roof. Who is the Diddler?
Yeah.
Like you leave that mystery.
And then-
That's what
And
brings
then you can
me.
make a sequel, Diddler Returns.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
The Diddler's Revenge.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I can get behind that.
or like a
I like
or
that
like
too.
a
Diddler
or like
Reloaded.
a buddy comedy, The Fiddler and the Diddler.
No, yeah. Now you're thinking.
Yeah,
Now I'm on
So
board.
who's his buddy? Who's his buddy in
Ghislaine
Justice
Maxwell.
2?
Ghislaine Maxwell, played by Uma
She
Thurman.
would be the fiddler, and he
Yeah,
would
yeah.
be the Diddler.
Oh.
Even better.
And it's
yes.
it's pretty spot on, actually.
Yeah.
We got a franchise, boys. We're in.
Dude, we've got a whole universe. You throw Weinstein in there. You throw like a bunch of fucking crazy, terrible guys.
There
You
you
put
go.
the
You could get
Prince?
DeVito for Weinstein. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
I like that.
We can
Have
bring
you
in
seen-
the Queen of England with the Prince. Who's that guy who was also like in bed with Jeffrey Epstein and like doing all
Charles?
those heinous crimes?
Oh yeah, Charles the kid.
You
the
know,
prince.
I mean, now you're talking about royalty. I mean,
Right.
you could,
Well, I was thinking about that for the angle in the heist movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then also, what was I thinking? Fuck. Oh, I lost it. I was thinking of something. Fuck. I don't know.
bye
That's
bye.
Yep.
You ready for my? I got a movie name.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready for this.
Okay. I like science fiction. Love
Okay.
science fiction, and I
That's
feel
the
like
name of the movie.
no. I think that science fiction movies always suck today. Like
Okay.
science fiction movies are always like, was it actually real how they would do it in space? And then Neil deGrasse Tyson has to be like, well, actually, what the scientific
I'm
research
sick
supports
of
about.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh my God, me
I want to
too.
get
I'm
into
so
Meeks, dude. I'll tell you what.
We have talked
Tired
about
of
it
that
before.
Yeah, he's high on our
Can't
list
stand
of
him.
fuckable men
Yeah.
in the universe here at the
For
Moron
sure.
Bros show.
Sure.
robots in the Amazon.
Is it a
You're
porno?
calling-
Sounds like a porno.
All I'm saying
Yes.
is
Me
the
and
movie
Tony
is
the same
called
wavelength.
Robots in the Amazon.
Now, are the robots
sounds like a porno.
Amazonian? I feel like they would rust. It's very moist
Dude.
in the Amazon.
We'd have
The
to
am-
do part of the story of how they have metal that doesn't rust, probably.
So they would have to have teamed up with the
okay.
monkeys in the Amazon who like get oil from the fruits and the nuts and keep them oiled. Like they have some kind of
Mhm.
symbiotic relationship with the monkeys in the Amazon.
Alien creatures planted robots beneath the Amazon thousands of years ago. Right.
Okay.
This is why they actually it's the way that the Amazon grew was like some sort of like chemical that they sprayed on the machines that they buried actually was like a natural fertilizer here on Earth. Totally unrelated. They didn't know it was going to do that. And so then the Amazon sprouts up, right? Well, now the aliens are back to get their robots. But the US government has known
Sex
they've been there
robots.
the whole time. Right. No, they are sex robots. Absolutely. They're massive sex robots
Right.
because they have to because they I'm thinking of like so the whole movie is shot like it's like a Jerry Bruckheimer film, right? Like very like all washed out. Everybody's fucking like running around, a lot of jump cuts. But then like when the robots have to fuck these other robots for some reason, because we haven't figured that out yet, but we know that it's gonna happen.
They like to fuck. They're sex robots.
Right. It's like Godzilla where it's just people in suits. Like
They are programmed to
fucking each
fuck.
other.
They don't know why they fuck. They just fuck. They're programmed to fuck.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's a low budget.
Yeah, it's totally done on a sound stage, and it's very obvious. Like
It's
the
all
green-
sex robot costumes from the whitest kids you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. The actors have no idea.
But
that
like
they're- it's-
massive, massive NBA players though.
You have to actually make them like large in stature as well. I
Like
get
they
it.
don't actually fit that well into the costumes.
Right.
Have you ever seen the Tomorrow War, Keegan?
The Tomorrow War. No,
It's
I have
newer
not.
with old boy from Jurassic Park and Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt?
Yeah,
I have
what
not.
you're describing, minus the sex robots, is pretty similar to the Tomorrow War.
Okay.
Pretty good flick if you turn it off with 30 minutes to go.
Oh, really? Ends badly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's,
Yeah, there's so many movies that end bad.
Yeah, they stretch it out too long.
There are so many movies that end bad. Like some movies start off just so hot and you're like, oh, this is going to be awesome. And then like you get to the end and you're like, what did you do?
Yeah.
On the flip
Yep.
side, have you guys seen that Don't Look Up the newest that new Netflix movie?
Sure did.
No.
I liked the end of it.
The end of it was pretty good.
I was not a fan of the movie itself. I was just kind of like, this is very spoon-fed.
That's interesting. You can go in and like a movie's ending if you don't like the rest of it.
Mm-hmm. Because so it if you see it, you'll understand that like I'm kind of a whore for realism, right? Like when a movie that is sort of played up or kind of campy has like a very crushingly real ending to it, that usually will suck me back in, right? Like even if I've been like sort of gritting my teeth through the whole movie, like this is okay. If like the end of it is like real fucked up, like you ever seen The Mist?
No.
Stephen King's The Mist. It's a great one. But the ending of that movie, real gritty, real hard. Like it's the whole movie is kind of like you're watching it and there's trapped in a grocery store. There's all these aliens and shit around. It's from like 2007. I'm not ruining anything. Eventually, like this guy has to leave this place, and it's like this very distraught ending. And then that was like at the end, I was like, oh, this fucking movie ruled. Like I didn't realize how good this was up until just then.
Yeah. So, and Tony won't watch it, so we could just ruin it. And Don't Look Up, it ends with the planet exploding, just destroyed. The planet just gets fucking annihilated. And as you're watching this movie, you would think that most Hollywood like producers and like production companies would be like, no, you need to have like a resolve and like everybody's in harmony and happy and it's a happy ending. No, dude, it ends bad. It ends real. It ends exactly how in 2022, if we dealt with this issue of a meteor just flying in and just crashing into Earth, that's what would happen. We wouldn't do anything about it, and the whole thing would just erupt.
Just fuck.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, but the rest of the movie, like Keegan said, is just
It's kind of annoying.
How long are we talking? Isn't
it like 2 hours? It was long as shit.
You can't do that.
Dude, if it's not an hour and 45 or less, Tony ain't watching it.
Still long, though.
I love new Scream last night, and that movie was long as fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you make a Scream movie long?
It was actually pretty good, to be honest. I didn't fall asleep.
Heard. Like everybody's surprised that it's good.
Yeah, we were in the recliner chairs, and there were a lot of edibles involved, and I stayed awake.
There we go. That's all we're really looking to do.
All right. Well, that was I Thought of a Movie. Thank you guys for being a part of the very first I Thought of a Movie. I can't wait to see what other movies we can think of. Do you guys want to give a quick plug to your podcast? I think you guys might be running out of here just about.
Yeah. First thing, keep doing that segment. I'll keep coming back for that segment to listen because I love that. I think that that's really cool. Like we do this all the time with YHST. Like Tony and I structure it where, we do the first 10 minutes where we talk about the movie that we're going to watch. And in that we read the one-liner of the IMDb. And we have a fun time with that because Tony will agree. people are really bad at writing one-liners to the point where you're like, I don't even want to watch this fucking movie.
Right. Well, it's because
Right.
it's written by producers, not writers.
Yes.
That's the worst part.
Yeah. There's like a couple of them that are pretty great, and then some of them are just like, what were you doing, you know?
Yeah.
So like for you guys to come up with that, I think is super unique. I love it. Yeah, we do YHST. You can search it as YHST. You haven't seen that. Every Tuesday we do a movie review. We watch a different movie. I pick a movie. Tony picks a movie. We watch a new movie. And in the coming of months, we're going to be watching every month. We're going to watch a Fast and the Furious movie, which I'm not sure. Tony, how many are there?
9.
Or 9?
Okay,
Wow.
Christ.
I was going to say 7.
Yeah, dude.
So many.
So we're gonna look
a
at
lot of
all
family.
9. Yeah, dude, that's a lot.
It's
of
a
family.
bunch of family.
So, yeah, man, we have a lot of fun with it. So, thanks for having us on. We really
Dude, thanks
appreciate
for
it.
coming.
Yeah, I
man.
appreciate you guys a lot, man.
Yeah. CJ, what do we got coming up?
Well, we got Me First and the Gimme Gimmes coming up. I figure we play science fiction double feature.
Okay.
And then we've got Anti-Flag after that, coming from Shawn with 911 for Peace. You're listening to the More on Bros show here at realpunkradio.com.
Let's check it out.